Hello, everybody. I'm very excited to be here, and I hope to share what we envision here. Every package under 10 pounds that needs to travel more than 3 miles in any city around the world should be transported in an Aerialoop drone delivery network. This will reduce traffic, reduce emissions, and improve the quality of life for billions of people. Every day, in thousands of cities around the world, billions of small packages are being transported in cars and trucks designed to carry tons, increasing traffic and emissions. And we ask ourselves this question: are we limited to the ground? This is the same city over the exact same street as before from our new perspective. Aerialoop creates a new logistical layer on the sky based on autonomous electrical drones, reducing traffic and emissions. We now operate in multiple cities around the world, and we have a replicable and scalable business model. Aerialoop's technology is specifically designed for middle-mile logistics. Our drones are strategically positioned within sectors of a city, and drones automatically fly between them. Our typical flight is between 15 and 40 miles, and we still do last mile by ground. This specific flight is transporting medical samples from a collection center to a processing lab. A land route that used to take 1.5 hours by a person in a car creating traffic that is flown in just 7 minutes. As you can see, we are already a big part of cities. We have flown over this city of 3 million people over 25,000 times. We operate a network of 5 ports, 15 routes that basically connects anywhere within the city in under 15 minutes. It's basically a metro system for small packages in the sky. Operations here are scaling rapidly, and we're far past being a proof of concept. This is real proof of impact. We operate a uniquely designed, no single point of failure drone that vertically takes off, transitions to forward flight, and carries up to 10 pounds. But we've also designed a much larger version designed to carry 10 times as much during peak hours. But let me be clear, drones are the shiny things, but they're a small part of the technology stack. Precision landing systems, semi-automated drone ports, and AI-based predictive maintenance systems are the technology stacks that really build out our technology and is ready to deploy in a matter of weeks. We have a team that has independently led 14 successful startups, some to multi-million-dollar exits. We're bringing a vast industry experience to execute our audacious goal. And this is the culmination of an origin story that's taken over 22 years. Our initial cities were scaling from hundreds to thousands of daily flights. We have permits in Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Uruguay, Honduras, Mexico, and I'm really proud to share that a month ago, we started operations over Dallas, Texas. We joined Techstars a few years ago, and we've been part of Endeavor for a very long time. But let me tell you, being part of Genius New York has proven to be a very valuable experience, much more valuable. In the last 3 months, we started already working closely with 6 portfolio and ecosystem companies, and we'll soon see a lot more integrations happen. I have a surprise here for you at the end. Please ask me about it. We envision bringing high-tech manufacturing to Syracuse, but we aim to build a drone network that will transform urban mobility, reduce delivery times, impact and enhance critical services such as medical and emergency. Syracuse Innovative Ecosystem is a strategic location with the beyond visual line of sight corridor that it has here. Our surveillance vehicle will require 500 drones in the next 2 to 3 years, and we need thousands more to be built here as we grow in Central State New York. Thank you very much. If Santi can please join me, I just want to share something very special with all of you as Santi joins us. After working for 22 years with Santi, can you put the slide back, please, just quickly? Or I can tell you, after working for 22 years with Santi since college, our families just met here in Syracuse last week. And we brought the whole family because we know Syracuse and the Central New York are going to be part of our lives, and we are all in.
Hi, Pedro. Hi, Santiago.
Hi.
I have a compliance question. Can you explain to me which standards you're using for Part 108? And for those who don't know and aren't familiar, that's beyond visual line of sight.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Today, our beyond visual line of sight in Latin America, we've actually not certified per Part 108. We've got special permits, which basically we work very close to the local authorities, let's say the FAAs of the region, and we've developed these special use cases where actually, since we're doing middle mile, what they're doing is they're naming our corridors as natural obstacles. So any other person trying to fly on that will actually get an alarm saying, there's something going on in here.
So what's your plan to kind of tackle the regulatory in the U.S. where it would be very different than what you're used to?
That is our number one priority in the U.S. So you saw that we are already in very deep conversations with New Air, looking at parachute certification, looking at all the things that we need in order to certify ourselves Part 108.
And I would add to that, Genius New York companies. We are here to build a team and work with many other portfolio companies, region companies, to make this ecosystem work. And that's exactly what we're looking at here, and we've seen a lot of value here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So in your talk, you discussed that you're all in, and that's very exciting. So could you go into a little more detail and describe your commitment to Central New York?
Yes. Short term, we're hiring a business development team, and we're growing our manufacturing locally. We've discussed a lot with Santi and me. We're moving in. This is going to be our primary location to grow in the United States. We are an international company, but the founders are going to be here. This is the important part of what we've decided. And it's the region that we feel has a lot of value to our company, manufacturing-wise, human resource-wise, and there's many, many other reasons. So I think this is actually a very well thought of location for us.
Let me put it this way. We started the year looking for a place to call home in the U.S., and we found it in Syracuse. So you're probably going to see Pedro and I and our families that are here. My family spent 3 months here. We're probably going to see more of us. And best case scenario, I have scenarios in my financial model that show 25 people strong in Syracuse in a year and a half.
Yeah. Nice.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Could you talk a bit about what you're going to do if you win the $1 million? So I mean, that's with your plans, these are very ambitious and it will require a lot of capital. So with this capital, if you guys win the top prize, what will be the key milestones you want to see? Financial milestones, product, team milestones, and what will be where will this take you? Will it be a new funding round? Can you talk about that?
Yes, I'll take the first step, funding, and Santi will take the second. So it is very clear that this first $1 million is the first part of a $10 million round that we foresee to fund our growth. We have a very detailed plan. It gets started by building the 79 drones we have rented out for different operators around the world, and that needs the specific funding to grow locally with manufacturing. But then as we scale, as I said, our delivery operations, it's thousands of drones a year. So that means the manufacturing, business development, and many, many other things.
Yeah, quick summary, Somak. It's distributed between There's manufacturing capability, because now we have not 79, we got 91 drones in order right now, so we got to build that. We got to build the team. There's a part in the team. We got to build service operations team. We want to build a customer front for our business. So there's a lot of infrastructure that we need to build within the company. I'm calling it the transition from a startup through that company that's starting to grow to become what we all hope in the future, which is a unicorn.
And let me just ask you a different way. That's helpful, but I guess I'm assuming that you would be raising another round after that, right? So what would the company look like by the time you close the next round? What would it be in terms of revenues, locations,
Very
number of drones?
quickly, we would be having 3 locations for mass manufacturing. We're going to have operations in about 5 countries where we're over cities. We really hope Syracuse is the next city where we have a network. But we see ourselves as a supplier of technology for local operators so that this dream that we have is really spread out throughout the world. So every city that gets permits with our technology should have an Aerialoop system on top. And that takes a lot of
This
funding.
won't take us to break even for this business division. That's what we foresee.